Joe Biden's State of the Union address. Now, as you guys, I don't know if you guys watched it. I watched the entire thing. I watched the time that he left the White House and showed up 10 minutes late to the Chamber of Congress, took 15 minutes to walk down, shaking everyone's hand, getting to the podium by like 9:20, and finally starting his speech that ended around 10:28. Okay, now one of the things that I wanted to point out, there's like 4 total things, okay, that I noticed from the State of the Union. Now, Biden just flew 350,000. This came out literally right before his State of the Union address. He flew 350,000 illegal immigrants into the U.S. About the State of the Union address itself, okay, not just the things that led up to it. First off, did you notice Marjorie Taylor Greene passing out the pens for Laken Riley? Even after Marjorie Taylor Greene said, "Say her name," handed him the pin of Laken Riley, said, "Say her name," and Joe Biden refused in the moment. You know, I get it though. It was a political stunt pulled by Marjorie Taylor Greene. I get that. But then, did you notice that when Joe Biden, about halfway through his State of the Union address, about halfway through, he pulled out the pen and said, "I can say her name," and he said, "Lincoln Riley."
Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of the thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost.
So, needless to say, the family didn't want to, partake. They were invited as guests from members of Congress, but they didn't want to partake in the State of the Union address. But you know where they did go? Here's a picture of this right here. They went to President Trump's Georgia rally, which was fantastic, and it was awesome. And I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? If President Trump does not care at all, and it's just something he's putting on for a front, okay? He's doing a damn good job at it. Joe Biden sucks at that. Joe Biden shows no empathy, shows no emotion toward people. It's almost like he's a robot. And this was his most coherent state I've seen him in so far. Even more coherent than last year's State of the Union address. And I was watching this and I'm like, wow. But the thing that angered me the most was that he was yelling the entire time. The entire State of the Union address was a rant. And the way he talked and the way he addressed fellow Americans was like their disgrace. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Why? For wanting certain freedoms. Just before Joe Biden mentioned the southern border, he talked about Snickers bars, and he talked about how under his administration you're finding that there's more Snicker bars in the package than what there used to be. I encourage you guys, watch that State of the Union address and listen to that fiery message from Joe Biden. Fear not, believe only. Peace.